All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Today, I thought it would be interesting to break down a Delta Force clip. We're on Ascension here attacking, and there's a lot of micro decision making and positional things that I think are interesting about this clip. And I just wanted to kind of peel back the layers and get the gears turning for players that maybe are not thinking about these types of things while they're playing. There's a big difference between just kind of aimlessly wandering around the map, just trying to flick on people, get kills, versus intentionally moving and being as mindful as you can about where you are, where your teammates are, where your enemies are, where the cover is, how you're peeking, how much you're peeking. So the context for this clip, we are on a long flank. I'm kind of out on my own here. If you look up at the mini map, there is absolutely nobody around, but that's totally fine. I'm trying to get a flank on this B2 flag, and off to my right, we're going to see there is a big mountain that I have a ton of teammates on. So if all my teammates are up here, we've kind of secured this space. I know that I don't need to worry about overextending on this angle because no one can really shoot me from the only high ground. And there is no enemies in front of me here, no enemies on this close angle. I don't hear anybody around. So I'm just kind of cautiously working up on this flank, looking for information at this point. I just don't really know anything about what I'm going up against. But I know that I am safe to continue this wide peek because I can't get shot on my right side. I peek around and I do see this Luna. She's alone. She's not looking at me. Nobody else is here. She's going for this stairwell here, has no idea that I'm here. No further enemies bringing up the rear. This is a perfect fight to try to take. Unfortunately, I do whiff and I immediately fall back off of the stairs. And this is for a couple of reasons. I always want to reposition after I make noise. I'm still looking for information and I want to check behind me here. This is the enemy spawn, so I'm expecting people to kind of be coming from this direction. And again, just kind of looking for information. And this is what I mean when I talk about moving around the map with intention. I don't want to just aimlessly wander up into the open field here. There's no cover over there. I don't have any info. I could just turn this corner and there could be 5 enemies staring at me. And I also don't want to just wander up this avenue here. Again, no cover. I don't know who's around. If you have good eyesight, you can actually see a Luna right here. I didn't see this person right away in the game. That would be kind of crazy. But looking at, we have a white box here for cover, and then we have this green box over here for cover. And I'm always looking to move from cover to cover. I don't want to just aimlessly wander around. I could play this white box like totally fine. That's pretty viable. It gives you a good head glitch into the enemy spawn. But I'm more worried about people being on this platform with me still. I haven't fully cleared it. And if I do play this white box, I don't have visibility over there. Somebody could just come flying around this corner, quick peek, and catch me off guard. So I want to ideally find a position where I can actually look at the people that are coming at me. So for that reason, I'm ideally looking at this green box here, which is what I do slide for. Now, we do have this engineer guy over here as well. Didn't know he was there. So what I am thinking at this point, I'm really glad I slid. And if I do have to take a 2v1 fight, you know, that's where your mechanics are really pulling you out of it. Ideally, I don't ever take a 2v1 fight. And right here, I don't have to because I can isolate this angle. So I have slid into cover. I'm playing this beautiful head glitch here. The engineer is nowhere to be found. They can't see me right now, so I'm in no danger from my left side. And this Luna, I've kind of caught off guard by sliding really quick across their screen. So they're not even looking at me yet. They're still looking over here to their left. So this is the definition of a free kill here. And you can see I don't even take any damage. They didn't hit me a single time. I immediately flick to the left because I'm expecting to get peeked by this engineer. The problem with this is I don't know where they're going to peek me from. They could, I'm expecting them to come out to the left here, just kind of based off of intuition. They could also be swinging out to the right, in which case my red dot is actually kind of blocking me. So I think I do flick between this a few times. but I don't want to just mindlessly push up aggressively. I don't want to give up this cover. This is the safest position I can be in, and I am kind of at a disadvantage because they know exactly where I am, and I don't know exactly where they are. Thankfully, I play patient, and this guy just ends up kind of losing discipline, just wide swings me with absolutely no cover. I have a head glitch, so he loses that fight pretty much every time. So I've killed 2 people up here. I do need to reload, and I am out of information again. I don't know where any other enemies are. I still haven't seen anybody crest this hill, so I am kind of expecting there to be somebody up here, just because it's been too long without any action over there. And then there still could be people on this platform far ahead of me. Thankfully, I do have a lot of cover between me and them, but I don't know. So I'm going to just hit the deck, go prone here for a reload, make myself as small a target as possible. And the benefit of this as well is if somebody does know that I'm around, when I do peek up over the head glitch, I'm going to get a little bit of peeker's advantage because they don't know that I'm here exactly. I don't want to just be poking my head up, aimlessly looking forward when I don't actually have any means to fight back. If I'm reloading my gun, I also don't want to be peeking at the same time. I do catch 1, 2, and almost 3 people coming right out of spawn. So my fears about being discovered or heard from people further up the platform, I guess I didn't have to worry about that. Those guys did not know that I was coming. They didn't know I was here. So I just pick up a bunch of free kills, shooting people in the side. So again, this aggressive positioning, taking space with intention, playing this head glitch is really paying off. And this last kill is actually kind of a disaster because that guy definitely knows that I'm over here now. He just took a bunch of damage from his right side, so he's going to be looking. That's why I immediately duck into prone, because there's a small chance that he didn't actually see me peeking over this cover. So he may know that I'm over here, but he doesn't know exactly what piece of cover I'm looking for. So don't expose yourself when you can't fight back. Same idea as before. This is going to be probably the hardest fight I've taken all clip because he knows that I'm over here. So when I peek back up, he's going to kind of be pre-aiming me. But I'm also going to be pre-aiming him. And that's that guy cleaned up. I don't really know what this guy was doing, but they're kind of just running out in the open with no cover. So exactly like what we've been saying all clip to avoid doing. This person is not running from cover to cover. They're just sort of wandering around up here, and I shoot them in the side and take no damage and just get a free kill. So at this point, we've killed a ton of people. We've killed people coming in from spawn, so that spawn wave is a bit kind of reset. I'm not expecting there to be a ton of people also running in just yet. And we've killed a bunch of people up on this platform. I'm kind of gambling. I'm assuming like if the people that were up on the platform were actually here, they would have heard me get all these kills and pushed me by now. So at this point, I've sort of cleared out the immediate area and I'm looking for more information, more contact. So this is the time when I would want to move up. So I've spent enough time kind of scanning. I'm going to take a quick peek to the right just to confirm there's nobody up here with me. And then I move off to the left, aggressively moving directly to cover. Yeah, I do see all of these people down here. There's a ton of potential targets that I could be shooting at. But, you know, if I stop and shoot at these guys, not only am I letting them know that I'm here, I'm standing out in the middle of absolute nowhere. I'm skylining on this hill. I have no cover. They can just turn and team shoot me and I'm doomed. So I'm not worried about these people over here at all. I'm worried about getting to this head glitch and playing this cover. So intentionally moving from cover to cover. Turns out there was a guy up here. I didn't know he was up here at all, but he clearly didn't know I was up here either. And I do just get a free kill shooting him in the side. And this is where things do start to get interesting because I have this second kill that I'm going to pick up by, again, just shooting this dude in the side. He has no idea that I'm here, but there's also another enemy down here. There's more enemies over here. So I am sort of in a risky situation because I have a ton of enemies directly in front of me and they don't know that I'm here just yet, but they're probably about to know that I'm here. So I need to play this cover very intentionally. Eagle-eyed people might notice that there is an enemy over here to the left. This guy's actually AFK. He was not moving at all, so I didn't notice him. All right, so pick up that kill. Now, I saw that Luna that was further down go prone and look up at me, so I'm assuming that this angle is no longer safe. If I were to go back up and peek the top of these stairs, I am just going to get absolutely domed. Last thing that we want to do is overexpose ourselves. So what I'm planning on doing now is looking for more cover. And if they know that I'm up here, I need to reposition. I need to be somewhere else. So luckily we have this embankment here. And I can just run up the road here and play this as kind of a little head glitch. So they're expecting me to be further up the hill on that zip line still. So I've moved forward where they're not expecting me to be. And arguably this is a bad fight to take because I am looking at this guy that's too far away. There is definitely somebody still on this embankment with me. And if I'm shooting at this person really far away and somebody just pokes their head up and says hello, that I'm relying on hitting an insane flick, which I might be able to do. I might not be able to do. It's not very consistent. So this is probably the biggest mistake I've made so far is going for this kill. But I do pick it up and I immediately notice my mistake and run back toward cover. And this is a good plan kind of in reverse where I got a kill up here looking down the hill. So I immediately swung around to my left to play that embankment. I got a kill over there looking up the hill. So I immediately swing back up to the steps here and I can peek this looking down the hill again. And they're going to expect me to be back over by the embankment. So I'm constantly repositioning, playing with their heads. And you're going to see this poor guy is looking not at me. He's looking down at the embankment where he expected me to be. So I just get another free kill on this person. And then that poor guy had no clue that I was around either. So I shot him in the side. So almost all of these kills have just been repositioning intelligently and shooting people in the side. I haven't had to take a 50-50 aim duel with anybody other than that one player earlier where I whiffed the spray on them and had to reload. And at this point, I've killed a ton of people. I don't think there's anyone else around. So I'm looking for information. I do over peek this and kind of expose myself on top of this zip line. Unfortunately, I do have one more enemy here. This scope glint or this flashlight, whatever that is, kind of gives him away. And fortunately, I have pretty decent aim, so I do just flick on him and delete him as well. That's going to be the end of the clip, but hopefully you learned something and have some things you can take into your own games and play a little bit more intentionally, a little bit more deliberate, not just running around like a chicken with your head cut off. That'll be it for me.